Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Hunter Call of the Wild. So it's been, I want to say about 2 years. Maybe it's only about a year since I've played this game. And in that time, they've come out with a lot of new stuff. They've revamped a whole bunch of stuff. We got new weapons. We got new hunting reserves. And quite frankly, I just it's been so long that I decided I am going to start fresh. Completely brand new. I'm going to clear out all of my saved trophies, um, all of my saved harvests that I didn't uh, tax. I'm going to start completely fresh. So, doing that, here's our guy here that we're going to be playing, even though we're probably never actually going to see him at game. And we can start at Leighton Lake, which I know. I know Leighton Lake really well, and it tells you all this stuff that's here. And it's basically the Pacific Northwest of the United States. Medved Taiga, which is in basically Russia. I've played on that map. I've played on the Savannah. I haven't played Parque Fernando, which I think is like Brazil or something like that. I know it's down in South America, so I might do that one. I have played the Yukon Valley, and here's the newest one, Colinas. Cuatro Colinas. Long before the Spanish crown entrusted the Del Bosque family with the protection of this region, parties on horseback would sweep through the river valley in search of deer and wild boar. Since Cuatro Colinas became an official game reserve, it has been the top choice for hunters looking to explore Spain's wild expanses. Majestic ibex, prancing deer, vibrant landscapes, and scattered remains of Spanish history welcome all with a taste for adventure. Now, I've been to Spain. Um, my battalion actually got stationed down in Rota, Spain for 8 months, I believe it was. And beautiful, beautiful country. And being how this is the new reserve, I've got the new weapons pack. I think that this is the place that we need to start. Especially because I don't know anything about this reserve. I have never played it. Um, and I think that'll give us both the best experience as we go through this journey together. Now, guys, if this reserve is something that you kind of get bored with, maybe the storyline's just not resonating with you, let me know in the comments section. If there's enough of you that say, hey, we want to see you play on Savannah or something like that, I will do that. I will move to the Savannah. I can't guarantee I'm going to start fresh again because, oh my god, the hours that you can put into this game. Um, which is kind of bittersweet that I'm doing this, but yeah. I'm probably not going to start fresh, but I will move to another reserve if you guys get bored with this reserve, or like I said, the storyline just doesn't pique your interest. So let's head into Cuatro Colinas Game Reserve. See what this has in store for us. I'm actually pretty excited. Oops, I totally messed that up now, didn't I? No, we don't want her. And it was option 1? Yeah, there we go. How about we try start game now? Oh, I'm so excited. I've only seen bits and pieces on other YouTubers' channels, so I have no idea what to really expect. I've purposely kept
My
myself
family
away.
have held our vigil over these majestic swathes of countryside for generations. My roots are deep here, and the success and survival of Cuatro Colinas Game Reserve is my primary responsibility. And now, my old friend, we are reunited. It's been a long time since we last worked together, but I know you're going to be essential to my plans for the future.
Okay.
I trust that you slept well last night and you're ready for your Castilian adventure. After all these years of promising to show you Cuatro Colinas, your first day on the reserve has arrived. It means a great deal to me that you made this journey. I have every confidence that you're going to love hunting here. The first thing I would like you to do is to experience the sublime Bosque Vista, not far from where you're standing just now. From atop the vista, one has a splendid perspective of the reserve. This view includes one of our magnificent outposts, which I recommend you visit when you get the chance. I know a rugged outdoor explorer like you doesn't need to spend the night in the luxury of a castillo, but you do have all of our visitors' outposts at your disposal. My mother and father had all of these lodges built over the last 35 years. The lodge you are looking for is called Casa Alfonso. To modernize the reserve, we have recently updated the interiors of all of our lodges. We kept the original stone cladding, though. The contrast in styles is pure magic.
Is she done? Alright. I know those intros can be pretty long-winded. So, we're heading to Castillo Alfonso. Take a quick look at our map, see where we are. So we looks like we're in the northwestern section of the map to start off with. We got quite a few outposts, or lookout towers, watchtowers, whatever you want to call them, observation towers. So those are going to be our primary thing that I'm going to be going for first, because I want to unlock all of the fast travel points and whatnot, because that's easy experience, and I'm going to show you guys how easy all that experience is. But alright, this is probably not the best map to start fresh. I'm not going to lie, guys. Having a certain set of skills that you would get on the beginner maps would probably be really handy, but we'll see what happens, you know. Maybe it'll turn out just fine. Who knows? So I know we have a lot of deer species here. I know we have sheep species, but that's all I know. I don't know if there's any birds that we can hunt here. I don't know if there's any predators that we need to worry about. So yeah, I have no clue what kind of loadout I should be gunning for to optimize the time on this map. But once we get up here and start checking things out, hopefully we can get rolling on this pretty soon and see what happens. You guys hear that? Okay, so it sounds like we have wolves. Oh, that is so creepy. Oh my god, that is creepy. Whoever did the sound for that, kudos. Well done. And of course we hear that just as I was saying, you know, this is beautiful, beautiful map. And from the time that I was in Spain, this looks really accurate for being inland. Granted, I was on the coast of Spain, but the rolling hills, the different plants, the colors, the fields, so far this is spot on. I'm really liking this. It's taking me back. It really is. So yeah, super cool, super cool. I'm liking it. Hopefully, I'm not too rusty on my hunting skills. It has been a while, so we'll see what happens. I don't imagine I'm going to have some very good shots to begin with, but, you know.
Te doy la bienvenida a Cuatro Colinas, my friend. I hope you like the view.
Man, I wish I could pause that. I'm actually studying Spanish right now, and that went just a little too quickly for me to catch, but I'll check it out later. See if I can't translate that. What the hell was that? It sounded like something just crashed. Anyways, I'm gonna check out around here before we go to the top, just to see if there's anything that we should know about. Doesn't look like it. Man, look at those fields. Oh, that's the reserve, man. That we're going down into that. How cool. Oh, man. Alright. This is easily, probably visually, the most beautiful game I've ever played in my life. The sounds are a little off, especially with how loud the footsteps are. That's just crazy loud. But, visually, this game is just positively gorgeous. Alright, so this is the inside of, I guess, a tower. This is really neat. I love the different towers that they put on each reserve. They're all so different and unique. Now, I know this is based on that Erschfelden towers, at least the castles in Erschfelden, that they basically destroyed. So it looks like they kind of just rebuilt it from that base model to complete it, which is really cool and really smart of the developers to do that. Use what they already have to make something complete. You know, I'm curious if we can... Oops. I don't know where my binoculars are. Predator collar, spray, starting rifle. What the hell is this? Okay, we got ourselves a shotgun. Revolver. There's my binos. Just seeing if we can spot anything out here from on top. Because sometimes you can. Some of the bigger animals you can definitely spot from these vantage points. Ooh, huge like body of water out there. Probably find some critters running around over there. Alright, well, I don't think there's going to be too much in this direction. I might go explore it maybe off camera, but I don't see anything special being out there. But this is the way that we are definitely going to be traveling for sure. Let's see, we got ourselves a small little village, it looks like. What do you want to bet that's going to be our first outpost? I'm almost willing to bet money that's going to be our first outpost. But yeah, this is, I'm taking it. I'm taking it. Did they always show a map like this? And point out where you are on the reserve? I don't remember if they do it or not. If not, that's a really good addition. I like that.
Standing here, you are following in the footsteps of Spanish dukes and kings, as well as every generation of my family for the past 3 centuries.
Well, alright then.
You should be able to see Casa Alfonso from there.
Okay, so what we saw was
When you
Casa
have sampled
Alfonso.
enough of the view, take the walk down to the outpost.
And I was right, that's going to be our first outpost for the story. Casa Alfonso is just Alfonso's home. But it looks like we have some things out here that we can check out as well. And I like checking out all these things because well, I shouldn't say most of the time, but oftentimes, if it's like a landmark or a lore item, you get experience for it. So I try to get all of these every time I get one of these viewpoints. So I'm debating right now, do I want to continue with the story and go down here? Or do I want to sweep up and work my way like that? Um, if I do this, I'm going to cut it for you guys until I get to each spot. I'm not going to focus on hunting animals because I want to show you how much experience you can get just from getting all of these green things first, and then we can come back and restart our adventure. But as you can see here, 100 experience, which I got for clicking this vantage point. Level 1, 0 money. Take note, guys, this is what we're at right now. So I'm going to go with my plan that I like to normally do. I'm going to start right here, then I'm just going to work my way all the way around, just like that, until we end up at Casa Alfonso. So, through the powers of YouTube, I will see you there shortly. Alright guys, so as you can see, we're coming up onto our first waypoint here, and it looks like we've got a landmark of some sort, or a lore item or something like that. And these I'm going to show you guys. If it's just a hunting stand or something like that, I'm not going to bother showing it to you. But yeah, so let's see what this has to say. Let's see what it looks like first. Huh, well, that's interesting. That it almost looks like some Indiana Jones National Treasure clue, you know? If you look through it through this way, or just take certain steps back, you know, there's our landmark over there. Whatever, I'm just screwing around. But anyways, let's see what we have. Strong foundations. Our watchtowers are built on the foundations of military outposts that used to oversee this region. While these sites were originally chosen for their strategic placement and their potential to spot approaching forces, they are now perfect vantage points for hunters and tourists alike. That's very true. Down in, let's see, I think it's Puerto de Santa Maria. There was an old castle that was used in the channel, and what it was used for was for stopping pirates from entering the channel and coming into Puerto de Santa Maria. So I like how that it's holding very true to the history of the region that it's representing. But anyways, so we got that one down. Let's go see what this is. Catch you there. Alright guys, so I was heading over to that second waypoint, and I just happened to notice these guys. Roe deer. Okay, so we have roe deer here. That's neat. So we got a couple females here. We found our first need zone. And it looks like that's our male. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, that's cool. And when I say need zone, this is what I'm talking about here. So it tells you that the roe deer are here between 0530 and 0900. And it'll take approximately 3 minutes to get there, and it gives us the coordinates. And that's Granja Riberena. Granja Riberena. Riberena. Okay. I don't know what Granja Riberena means, but something else to look up. Anyways, I will bring you guys back if I see anything else neat, or if we get to another lore item or something like that. Hey guys, I forgot to mention that, while doing this, right now, because of the whole quarantine thing and what's going on around the world, Expansive Worlds, the developers of this fantastic game, have reduced the cost of this game and all the DLCs. So if you're interested in this game and you just haven't pulled the trigger to buy it, now would be a very opportune time to do it. I think the base game is going for like, what is it, $20, $30 right now? And the DLCs are like $3, if that. So very much worth getting. I would suggest getting the 2019 edition as it gives you some extra stuff. They also have some bundles. And what I will do is I will post a link along with some basic pricing in the description of this video. And for those wondering, no, this is not a paid sponsorship. This isn't even an unpaid sponsorship. The Expansive World crew doesn't even know who I am, so I just really enjoy this game, and so I wanted to highlight it. For those of you who have never seen this game, this is a hunting structure. I don't know if it's like a ground blind or if it's an elevated blind. I forgot what they're called. But that's what that is. And you have to pay to build those. It says a hunting stand. So I'm guessing that's the elevated one. I don't remember. But anyways, the more these things, when I come across them, I won't bring you along unless I happen to want to talk about something. But anyways, we're going to head over here to this outpost, the Cabana de la Lavanda. Is it Cabana or Cabans? I can't really tell. I think it's Cabana. Cabana de la Lavanda. So, cabin of the lavender cabins, which would make sense because we have all these lavender fields. Well, you can't see them now, but all that purple stuff, those are lavender fields. So I'm guessing that's the lavender cabins is what that translates into. I could be wrong, but we'll find out. And we're in Llanuras de la Cosecha. I have no clue. My Spanish isn't that great. I'm still pretty elementary on my Spanish. But anyways, we're going to head over here. We're looking at an 800 meter walk, 17 minutes of my time, and it'll be about 3 seconds of yours. So I will see you there when we get there. Alright guys, so we are 300 meters out from the hunting cabin, and I am going to assume at this point that my translation was correct because we are in the middle of a lavender field. So yeah. And for those wondering why I didn't take a shot at those roe deer, the reason being is I've learned that it's really good to explore the map and find need zones, find good vantage points for taking shots before you actually get really into the hunting aspect of the game. It does take longer. It really does. And for some people it's kind of boring, and I completely get it. I understand it. This is, after all, a hunting game, so you should be hunting, right? But if you don't know your terrain, if you don't know what you're working with, it makes hunting a whole lot harder. So that's kind of the purpose of the first video or two that I'm going to do. Maybe even the first 5 videos. We're just going to be exploring the map and seeing what there is to see what kind of animals there are. That way, when we actually do start hunting, we can be as prepared as possible. And we gain experience for unlocking hunting cabins, observation posts, outposts, I guess is what the hunting cabins are called in this game. But we get experience for that, so if we can gain a couple levels, get some skills and whatnot without even firing a shot, that will definitely help us when it comes to when we actually do hunt. So that's the purpose behind me not taking a shot right away and just exploring. Like I said, just for those of you who are wondering, who may not have played the game before, or for those of you that are just kind of like, you had shots, why did you take them, you know? So, here we are at our first outpost, and considering all the other outposts I've seen in this game so far, this is really, really cool. I do like the brick, or not the brick, the stonework. Stonework mixed with wood. Oh, they actually put they put benches inside there. And something else. I can't see what that other thing is. But we can't even go in there, but, you know, at least not right now. What's over here? We got, looks like we have a broken down wagon. Maybe a storeroom. See, details like this, just little things like putting this wagon out here, that's so cool. I love it. I absolutely love it. Can we get in here? Yes. Alright, so, it's a little bit of disrepair, but we do have electricity. And we even have a bug zapper, which is apparently working very well. Alright, so this is neat. Firewood, we got a bale of hay, some pallets, a ladder. Really interesting. I'm curious as to why they did this, but you know, let's see what happens when we unlock. Alright, so we got our map, we got our where we can buy supplies added. And I guess we can actually go in here. And this is all modernized. Alright, so neat. This is a place, honestly, I would stay. I would love to stay in a cabin like this. Spirit instead of Sprite. Way to avoid having to pay royalties there, guys. Looks like some backpacking gear. I like it. God, that kills me. Stove. Some more spirits. No refrigerator. That's kind of disturbing. You would think there'd be a refrigerator since we have a stove, but yeah, whatever. I do like it though. This is really cool. Much better in my opinion from what we usually see. Let's see. Cuatro Colinas Game Reserve. Too bad we can't read that text. But yeah, anyways. So the beds, that's where you can stay to advance time, but it costs money to advance time. And since we haven't killed anything, we don't have any money. Let's see, we go over here. We have a bin, and these lockers are where you can buy stuff. This is your store essentially. So as you can see, we got 200 experience points. No, I think we got 100 experience points because now we're at 300. But here we got the rifles that are available to us, handguns, shotguns, bows, the ammo, the different sights or optics, the lures, equipment, consumable clothing, backpacks, tents, ground blinds, layout blinds, all that good stuff. What I like to do when I first start is I like to go through and just pick up everything that's free. So, like this Eckers 30-06, we're just going to go ahead and buy it. It's free, so why not? And it just comes in different variations, so we got the Eckers 30-06 Elegance, then we got the Eminence, and then we had the Prestige. So it's just different skins. It doesn't do anything. There's no advantage to picking one over the other. It's strictly cosmetic for those of you who don't know. Let's see. I need to get the Prestige. And here we see the new weapons. So here we have the Hudzik 50 caliber Caplock Luna. For those of you who are not familiar with firearms, way back in the day, before we had semi-automatic rifles, before we had automatic rifles, we had Caplock and we had Flintlock. We had Flintlock. Do I have my timeline right? I believe it was Flintlock first, and then it was Caplock. But anyways, it was where you put your powder in, and there's a like a little tray right in here that you would put your powder into, and you would put your cap right. Can't really see it so well, but there's a lever right here. And if you remember the old cap guns, it was kind of like that. You would attach your cap to this lever, and there was a striking plate that was right over here. And so when you pulled the trigger, that lever would come down with the cap. It would create a small explosion, which would ignite the powder, which would then project your projectile, your ammo, out of the barrel. What you would do is you would put a little bit of powder down the barrel, then you'd put your projectile in, and then you would use your ramrod, which is right here. You'd take that out and ram it down the barrel to make sure everything's nice and compressed inside the chamber. And then you can just store the ramrod right back inside. A lot of flintlock rifles were converted into caplock rifles. And if you can find one that was converted and it's in good condition, you've got money. That is some straight up money. But anyways, that's enough for the history lesson on firearms. Let's go ahead and get these guys. Oops. What do we have? We have the Luna. We have the Soul. Okay, so I'm definitely seeing an astrology theme here. And we have the Terra. Ooh, I like the Terra. Let's see. The Soul and the Terra are my two favorites. I really like the Soul too. Anyways. Let's see. Ooh, I don't remember that. These must be new rifles too. And then this is a new one. The M1 Garand. You're all familiar with this, I'm sure. This particular firearm was made famous in World War II. So we got the Iwaniak collection. I'm not sure about that skin. I'm not a fan of that. Then we have the Reserve. I like that because that is like straight up raw. You know, I do like that look. And then we have the Veteran, which is another nice raw look. I like this one just because it's a little more polished. It looks like it was restored a little bit. So that's probably the one I will end up using once I get there. But we're just going to go ahead and pick it up because it's unlocked. If it doesn't have this, you can get it if you have the money. Then we have the Mosin Nagant. A lot of people basically consider this the AK. So here we have the assembly line. Here we have the defense line. And the front line. And then we have the Vasquez Cyclone 45. It looks like an air rifle. Designed from the ground up for hunting, the Vasquez Cyclone has more than enough power to take down coyotes, wild boars, and even medium-sized deer. It is also much quieter than firearms and features a high-capacity revolving magazine, making up for the inherent short effective range of big bore air rifles. Okay, so it is an air rifle. Huh. That's interesting. In 45, huh? I would figure it to be like a 22, but okay. So that's the Cyclone. Here's our 22. The 22 LR Express. The Classica. And that's it? I thought there'd be 3 variations of the 22. I guess not. So anyways, there's our rifles. Let's take a look at what handguns we can get. We can get the Anderson 22 Defender. The LR stands for long rifle, by the way. The Anderson 22 long rifle Defender. The Marksman. That's interesting. And the Woodsman. I think I like the Defender. We currently have the Focoso 357. I hate the look of that gun. Man, it's hard to read these. Magnifico 410. The 45 Colt Flat Black. That is a really nice looking gun. Wouldn't mind having one of those in real life. Then we have the Muertos, which is too flashy for me, but whatever. And then we have the polished steel. I do like that like scale grip. But I think I'd go with the flat black, honestly. Alright, so that's it for those. Shotguns. They gave us the Caversham Stewart 12 gauge. Alright. Then we have the Grelick Drilling Rifle Carbon Fiber. This is a really interesting rifle, guys. And I highly recommend that you pick this up. Because what it is it's a shotgun. I believe it's a 16 gauge shotgun, double barreled, and it's also a rifle. I forget the round for the rifle, but I know that the rifle round can take down bear. So this is a really good rifle. It's basically 2 firearms in one. And it saves you a whole lot of weight in your inventory. So I really recommend picking this up. We got the carbon fiber, we got the classic look, and we have the select look. Actually, what is the, let's go compatible items. So it fires a 9.3 by 7. That's actually a pretty big round, all things considered. And it is 16 gauge for the shotgun portion. Okay. I mean, that's cool. But anyways, let's go back to shotguns. Then we have the Miller Model 1891 Deputy. Then we have the Rancher. That's a shotgun? This must be the new shotgun. And the Sheriff. I think it's the new shotgun. I don't know. Then we have the Norden 20 Artisan. It's a nice display shotgun. I don't think I'd actually use it though. The Clandestine. And the Serviceman. Then we have the Strecker SXS 20 gauge Fiona. Hazel. And Raven. Oh, and we got another one. The Scarlet. Okay, alright. Didn't go down to bows. I've got all the DLC, so pretty much every bow is free. But here we have the crossbows. The Crosspoint Arctic. I like the looks of that. The Classic. The Dark Star. The Warden. And that's it for that. For recurves, we have the Hoi. Hui. I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, we have that. We have the Hidden Dragon. So I'm guessing these are Mongolian. And the Moonlight. They kind of look Mongolian in terms of recurves. And the Snakeskin. That's actually a neat look. Then we have our compound bows. So we have the Hephaestus. A little too red for me. The Orpheus. And then we have to buy the rest. I'm not going to go through the ammo or the arrows. The sights. I mean, here you got them. I mean, we got the muzzleloader scope, which we're going to buy just in case we ever decide to get the muzzleloader. We have a night vision scope, which I probably will never use, if I'm to be honest. Any other free ones? Nope. As you can see here also, I wanted to point this out for the guns, the ammo, for the sights. It'll tell you, here's the cost, but it'll tell you the prerequisite to get it. So I need a rifle score of 3914 in order to unlock the ability to get the Argus. Some items require a level as well, so keep that in mind. If you can't use something right away, it just means you need to up your skills a little bit with it. Can we get anything for the handgun? No, nothing new there. Shotgun sights, we got the drilling scope. Go ahead and get that. Range finder bow sight. Alright, we'll pick that up. And we have a crossbow sight. Okay. I can't imagine there's going to be a lot of free, if anything, here. Looks like they gave us everything that was free. Okay. Sense, nothing's free there. And decoys. So we got geese decoys, but not cinnamon teal. Okay, and we got mallards too. Interesting. Consumables, clothing, backpack. I never bother with any of these except for consumables. Later on, first aid kits, they come in handy. Binos. We'll go ahead and get the night vision range finder binos. I'll probably never use them, but they're free, so I'll pick them up. Tents, ground blinds, layout blinds, waterfowl blinds, tree stands, and tripod stands. We are going to talk about those later in different videos when we actually utilize them. For now, I would recommend that you pick up the DLC to get these, though. Especially the tents, because they act as fast travel points, and they also act as stores, where you can buy and do equipment and all that good stuff. But for now, let's check out what we have. We're going to keep the Ranger. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up... I'm going to pick up that drilling rifle. Where is it? Did I miss it? Really, I don't need any rifle because I have no plans on hunting. However, I might end up getting hunted, and if I'm going to get hunted, I want something to defend myself with. We're going to go ahead and equip a 22 pistol for rabbits and whatnot if we come across any. Actually, no, we're not. Because we're going to get that drilling rifle if I can find it. Here we go. Let's see, carbon fiber, classic, or select. We're going to go classic. So, here's my reasoning behind what I've got. The Ranger 243, this is for your medium-sized game, small and medium, so we're looking at roe deer. If we were in Layton Lakes, we'd look at blacktail, whitetail. That's pretty much it for Layton Lakes I can think of. But this covers your medium game category, right? The drilling rifle, what we've got here is we've got our large game, plus we got the shotgun, which is good for birds and like bunny rabbits and things like that. So that's the reason why I have the loadout the way I do, is I'm good. I've got small all the way up to large covered with just 2 firearms. What I need to do is I need to make sure I have the right ammo for both of them. So what we're going to do is, I know I need the 243 for my Ranger. I don't need the 357. I don't need the 12 gauge. I'm going to go ahead and equip the drilling scope. And I don't need the other ones. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the collars for now, simply because I'm not going to actively hunt. I'll keep the scent eliminator. Actually, no, I won't. I'll get rid of that. I'll keep the binos as well. And there's no point in carrying anything else except for ammo. So we're going to come back up here. Oh, we got to go to the store. Ah, bad. And we got to find that damn rifle again. I knew I should have done this beforehand, while we were looking at all this good stuff. Here it is. Compatible items. And I can't afford anything. I forgot that I don't have any money. So all we have, really, we're going to come back here to storage. And we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. Really, I shouldn't be going after big game just yet anyways. So this makes sense. If I get something that I just absolutely cannot pass up, I've got this. We're going to go with that. We're going to keep that. We can also outfit our character with different clothing once you buy it. If you buy a backpack, you can get that. And then the garage, you can also get the ATVs, which come in handy for what I'm currently doing, but I don't know this map, so I'm just going to walk it out. I think I may end up going to the ATV. The ATV is a lot quicker, but it's very loud, and it's also a pain in the ass to control. The physics for this thing is ridiculously stupid. You hit a little minor bump, and it will spin you out. But anyways, I've talked enough, guys, at least for this section, and I do apologize for that. So we are going to continue. I do want to keep this video decently, or at a decent time, so we're going to place our waypoint here, and I will see you guys if something interesting happens. Alright, so, actually while I'm making my way here, since it's a short distance, some of the things I'm looking for that I'm making mental notes of are things like that lake. I'm probably going to have some good hunting at that lake because it's a water source. I'm also looking for like high ground. I'm looking for where animals might converge, they might gather at. I'm looking for need zones if I happen to see them, which is another main reason why I'm doing all this on foot, is because on the ATV it's easy to pass that stuff up. But yeah, if I spot animals, I can probably get a need zone, or at least get an idea of what animals are here, which is kind of important to know. And I know I'm repeating myself there, but it is very important to know that kind of stuff. And like I said, I'm looking... Ooh, here we go. We got a track here. I'm guessing rabbit. Okay, we got some poo. There we go, European hare. So we got some rabbits that are hanging out in this area a little bit. Interesting. And I'm just seeing if there's any other animals just kind of out here somewhere that it's easier to see with the binos. But it does make sense, like I said. I mean, here's a source of water, so there should be animals that come down here. At different times of the day. I mean, just because you see water doesn't mean you're going to see animals. Ooh, something's moving. Oh, yeah, did you see it? Yay, we got bunny rabbits. And they're not running. I'm right here and they're not running. That is insane. It's like they don't even hear me. But hey, yeah, look at that. We got ourselves our second species of animal. And I really, really wish I could afford that ammunition, because I would have taken a shot at these guys. So yeah, there's our European hare, and we now know where to find them. So, awesome! And that was in, where are we? Oh, we're still at, Granja Ribereña. So we're going to come down here to, Granja Alta Arboleda, which is another, outpost. Alright, let's do this. Alright, as we're approaching our next waypoint, guys, I just wanted to take a moment to check out this view. We are obviously in a sunflower field, which, yeah, if there's an animal in here, you would never know it unless you happen upon it, or you see it down one of these rows. But this view is incredible. I really wish I was here in real life, because this is just gorgeous. And while we're doing this, I forgot to mention, in the lower right-hand corner, you see a compass, which tells us the direction that we're traveling in, which is east by southeast, roughly. And that green radar-looking thing, that tells us where the wind is traveling. So the wind is against our back, and it's going from right to left, is what we're seeing there. How much green you see is the general strength of the wind. So right now the wind isn't too bad. Next, we see the binoculars, which tells us that's what we currently have in our hands. And that blank square next to binoculars shows our ammo, if we were to have any ammo equipped. It'll tell us how much we have. Below that, we see the plus sign with that green bar. That is our health. And yes, you can die in this game through animals attacking you, from falling a long distance. I don't think you can drown, but yeah, that's what that is. Below that, we see a heart, and that heart will change to red, and that indicates your heart rate. So if I were to sprint, that would start changing to red and it would pulse. And we have some animal tracks. What do we got here? Wild boar. Alright. So noted, we've got roe deer, hare, and wild boar so far. Anyways, moving on. To the right of the heart, we have a circle. And what that shows us is how visible we are. So if I were to crouch by pressing Control, we see it turns into a flat line with half a circle, which means basically we're under cover. If I were to go prone, well, by pressing Z, we get a flat line, which means we're pretty much invisible. Nobody can see us at this point in time. That doesn't mean they can't smell us or hear us, though. That just means that they cannot see us. Now, next to that, to the right, we see what looks like a speaker and 3 dotted lines. What that means is right now we are silent. They can't hear us. They can still smell us, but they can't hear us. And they can't see us. If I go to crouching and I start walking, you'll see that I've got 2 bars and a dash, which means we're kind of quiet. If I were to speed up my crouch, you see that it goes into 3 bars, which means we're a little bit noisier. If I walk, we see that that speaker symbol gets really big and we see red, which means I'm really noisy. If I sprint, you can see the difference there. So that's what that is. That just kind of helps you see how noisy you are, how visible you are, and what your heart rate is. What are we? Are these grapes? I don't know what these are. I don't think they're grapes. Grapes are on vines, right? Anyways, I get so distracted so easily. I apologize for that. Yeah, so that's what that is. And I figured I'd explain that since I'm kind of going over some basics anyways. And we are now approaching our, what, 4th, 5th waypoint? And it looks very similar to what we've already seen, so I won't go snooping around. We'll just go ahead and claim it. And that's another fast travel point that we have, which is great. It means we don't have to walk. See if it's the inside of this is the same. Looks like it. So yeah, it looks like the devs just basically copy and pasted the models for the insides here. Kind of a shame, but you know, whatever. I'm sure a lot of people don't actually go in and check things out the way I have been. And they just moved buildings around. Anyways, continuing on our path, we're going to check this guy out. And I will see you there. Alright guys, so you just heard that. We identified it as a red deer. So that's another species we're looking at. Those are huge animals. So we've got roe deer, wild boar, bunny rabbits, and red deer so far. Which is a lot like the Hirschfelden map. So I'm kind of waiting for something new. which I know they're here. They got the ibex here. I just haven't seen any yet. I haven't heard any yet. But yeah, we're identifying animals that are on this map. So knowing that we have red deer, I know that's a big animal, so I know when I go to start hunting. Ooh. I get so distracted. That's a cool looking bridge. But when I do start hunting, I know I'm going to want to carry definitely some lower powered ammo and some big powered ammo, because those red deer are no joke. They are hard to kill. Plus you want to use the right ammo for the animal, otherwise you're going to destroy your score. Which is the reason why I didn't take a shot at the bunny rabbits, because this guy here, yeah, it's too powerful for the rabbits. It'll kill them, but it would destroy my score. So it's not really worth going after them with that. Anyways, the last checkpoint, guys, I didn't show it because it was just another hunting stand, and there was nothing special about the area. The view wasn't anything unique, so I just kind of skipped showing it. But it looks like we got something coming up here on this trail. And if you couldn't tell by the bridge, there is a river that's right there. Well, not right there, but in that little valley. Alright, but let's see what this is. It looks like we've got a landmark or some more lore, which I'm always interested. I love this kind of stuff that they put this into the game. It's really neat. What do we got here? Big business. A lot of Spanish olives go towards making olive oil, but many of our farmers cure their olives and sell them to upmarket restaurants. We don't have a huge footprint in the food market, but our farms have a very good reputation in cities like Madrid and Barcelona. And look at that, we got a level. We haven't even killed an animal yet, and we've already leveled up. Which is what we want. That's exactly what we want. But that's cool, because I was wondering what kind of trees these were. At first I thought maybe they were apple trees or even orange trees, but they're olive trees. So, alright, good to know. 2 more spots, guys, and we are going to call this video done. So let's head over here to this lake, and see what we got going on here. See you in about 500 meters. Look at that, guys. So I haven't gone very far, and already we see some sleeping wild boar. We got a female here and a male there. Level 3 male. Yeah, I thought they were rocks at first, but they just seemed so out of place. That's the view that I had as I was walking towards our next waypoint, and I saw that. I was like, what is that? And it turns out they're wild boar. I could take these with the rifle that I have, but I don't want to. Not yet. Like I said, right now I'm only carrying a rifle for self-defense. So if they charge me, which they might, if I wake them up, then I'll have to take them down, but right now I'm not going to. So I will see you when something interesting happens. Alright guys, welcome back. We've got another hunting structure here, and on the way to this little lake, really I guess it would be a pond. On the way to this pond, I did find another need zone for pigs, which is good. So if I ever need to hunt pigs, I know exactly where to go. I've seen quite a few of them. The ones that we saw earlier. Ooh, and we got some more rabbits over here too. Can I highlight them? Is that a need zone? I'm not close enough. Really? But anyways, ooh, we have here. There's a drinking zone for roe deer and a drinking zone for rabbits. So, yeah. Anyways, is that another roe? Yep, that's another roe deer. So as you can see, uh, bodies of water are really good to go to find animals, and I'm glad this game did not make me a liar. Um, but yeah, I lost my train of thought. Uh, oh, the piggies that we saw earlier, they had no interest in attacking me. They ran away, and we found the resting zone for them. And then I found another resting zone for another set of pigs. So yeah, we're doing really good on finding need zones so far. As you can see, here's our resting zones, a drinking zone there, and then we had another watering hole there. The rabbits, I'm pretty sure they got one up here the first time we saw those rabbits. What the hell? Alright, well, seems like something wanted to update. But anyways, I hate it when that happens. But anyways, yeah, so we are going to head up to this mission zone and see what our Spanish señorita has to say. I guess I can practice a little bit of Spanish and say, ella es mi amiga. She is my friend. um, Alright, so I'm guessing these are actually going to be olive trees. Um, but anyways, yeah, we already discussed that. Their grapes are olives, we just don't know which at this point in time. I'm going to say they're olive trees that are young and going to be transplanted
I
into
hope
the
you
other
didn't forget the
orchards.
lodge key in the castillo.
Thank you for interrupting me.
There are some parts of Cuatro Colinas that only a select few know about. I'm taking you to a place where the views are magnificent and the hunting is even better. There, I've sent you the coordinates for the trailhead that leads to this divine setting. Normally, I would insist on being there with you while you experience it, but I don't want you to miss it.
Well,
I
we can make the
encourage you to
sexy
hunt
time.
as much as you'd like. You are undoubtedly keen to become familiar with the rolling hills, steep ascents, and your wily prey. You should search for animal tracks. I know you have experience, but one should utilize every advantage when taking on the cunning beasts of Cuatro Colinas. Of course, if you're lucky, you'll probably hear something just from walking through that part of the reserve. The hunter I knew didn't rely on luck, though. I recall that you used to have wonderful hearing. Is that still true? Or have your years gotten the better of you?
Ho 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 ho. Sora Amiga has jokes. I wonder if she's supposed to be talking right now. We heard that. Oh, so let's see. We got a nice Spanish colors. The red and the yellow. Very nice, very nice. So she wants us to go here next, which is fine. We most certainly can. But yeah, so we made it this far, guys. I know this video is a bit long. Thank you for sticking with me if you have. I do appreciate it. What we're going to get into in our next video is we do have a skill point we need to allocate. So we're going to talk about skills in the next video. We might even go over the mission log and some of the, like the hunt club. I don't know if we're going to get into hunt club. It's been acting kind of funky lately. But, we'll definitely talk about skills. We'll definitely talk about the mission log in the next video. So, thank you guys so much for joining me on this brand new start of the Hunter Call of the Wild with me. I hope you enjoy this game as much as I do, and I really hope that some of you go out there and pick this game up. If you do, let me know. Add me on Steam. Hit me up in the comments section. Let me know what your Steam username is. I will send you a friend invite, and if you want to hit up one of these reserves and hunt together, I'm totally down with that. So, until next time, guys, as always, be safe, be cool, have fun. Thanks for watching.